What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Winning Bucket Podcast. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab. How y'all feeling today?
Good.
I
I
feel
just woke up.
great.
Yeah, we all feel good today. And,
I just woke up.
you just
As a
woke up.
Warriors fan, yes.
So, Warriors
Yes.
fans, tomorrow's your Western
Yeah.
Conference Finals game. But we gotta,
Hey.
tell the audience, to the old listeners out there, if you're wondering what happened to the dub, why is it called now the Winning Bucket Podcast? I planned on switching the names up because if you're like a basketball fan, if he saw the dub name, you'll automatically think that it's a Warriors talk or Warriors fans club. That's Aaron's club, a Warriors
That's
fans
only
club.
me.
So I switch it up a bit. I thought of something correlated to the dub and a winning bucket. So I thought of the winning bucket or something winning. Because like, yeah, that's the thing. That's the short
It's in the name.
explanation of it. It's in the name. Yeah, it's in the name, bro. That's all I'm saying. Alright. So done with that explanation. Short explanation is a good thing, and we're trying to get a win once again. Because me and one guy got correct with the Boston prediction, and we all got the finals for the both conferences. So we have Dallas, we have Warriors, we have the Boston Celtics, and we have the what was the last thing? Miami Heat. They won
Miami.
today. They won today.
Yeah, they won.
But
They won.
before we give our preview and predictions for each series in the conference finals, we gotta talk about the things that happened before that. And we gotta start off first. Mongab, you said you had a rant yesterday. You had
Yes,
a
yes.
rant
Oh, yeah, I'll
yesterday.
go. I got you. Dude, this Suns is terrible. Oh, not that they're terrible. They just
No, they're
the
terrible.
shots.
No, they're terrible.
No,
They're
no,
trash.
no.
They're trash.
Okay, sure. And but they're I'm not the regular season they had the best record though. If they're trash, they wouldn't have that. But I'm just saying the shots were falling at the perfectly wrong time. Completely wrong timing. Out of all the games that the shots couldn't fall, why was it a game seven? If it was a regular season game or game one of the playoffs, no, it wouldn't be a problem. But at the perfectly wrong timing, why is it a game seven out of all the games that it could have possibly happened? Um, Devin Booker played bad, so did Chris Paul. The moment he turned 37, he just started playing bad. This game three, I think, of the
Your
series.
idol did not show up. Your boy
As
Chris
usual,
Paul.
as usual.
he
Damn.
he
I'm
0 from 4? 0 of 4 from 4 game
mm,
sevens? Is that
I
it?
didn't even check. I didn't even check, but I know is he and Devin Booker played terrible. That was uncharacteristic.
CP3 curse in game
And
sevens, bro. That's bad. That's
yeah,
bad.
he's not 0-6 in game sevens. I saw someone who said that that's not true. Did you forget the
He
shot
won
he made
against the
over?
Spurs.
Yes,
He has one with the
that's.
Spurs. I remember that one.
He also won against the Warriors. Game seven.
When was that?
Where Aaron wasn't even a fan yet at that time.
When was that?
The coach wasn't Steve Kerr. The coach wasn't Steve Kerr.
Mark
That wasn't the
Jackson
Steve Kerr
days?
era yet.
Mark
Yeah,
Jackson.
Mark Jackson days. Draymond Green they came off the bench. So did Andre Iguodala.
That was a
That was the
long
first year
time.
of Andre Iguodala with
That
the
was a long
Warriors.
time ago.
Yeah, it was a
Alright.
long time ago. LeBron was still in the Heat,
Alright.
and Steph Curry was already in the Warriors. That's a long time ago, but I remember that. I remember it all too well. I watched that game. It was a close. It was a really good series. That was 2014, I think.
Nice Taylor Swift reference though.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why. I know. Yeah, so yeah. The point is, that's not the first time he is not 0-6 in game sevens. He lost four straight game sevens, but I think four straight. But that is not he won a game seven before. Aaron didn't even
Yeah, that's
know
true.
that he.
It's alright.
That's a long time ago. I don't even think he was a
Oh,
basketball fan at that time yet.
Damn,
That,
bro.
that, that, that was that was the beginning of that was the beginning of the rise of Steph Curry. So
yes.
so yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the Suns. Or other than they played terrible, all of them did. Not
It's bad that the Suns organization apologized to the fans on Twitter, and they wrote a statement and everything. That's bad. But
You did bad, very
you
I'm
played
bad.
not a Twitter.
terrible when
Yeah, they played really terrible.
yeah
Eh,
that the GM Damien James Jones actually wrote a letter to the fans saying sorry, bro. Mm-mm.
They couldn't make a shot though. Jay Crowder
Because
was the
they
MVP that
Yeah,
game.
and
There's
Cam
no
Johnson.
excuse for Chris Paul this time because in every playoffs there was always an excuse for Chris Paul. Hamstring. It was other teammates'
This time is
fault.
unexcusable. This
Yeah,
time
this
there's no
time,
excuse.
yeah,
Right? They
it's
said
Chris
there were
Paul's.
Yeah.
injuries. Then like I'm not really sure if those were like
That's don't even believe that there's no injuries. No one was injured,
yeah.
It's just a
and
number, clearly,
Devin Booker is healthy. He played terrible too.
clearly.
Do you
And they this there if there's been through I've been through worse heart. This is not even close to the 2018 heartbreak. This is more. It's not really disappointing. That team is not a championship team. That was the worst team I've ever. There was the worst version I've ever seen of them all season long.
damn, bro? Damn. Do
It's,
do you
it's not even a heartbreak
do you
because
think
it's a
that
blowout. So yeah,
the Suns playoff run or the finals run they last year or their appearance last year will be only like a one and done with
no,
that three of Chris Paul and like Aiton and with
I
no,
don't
Booker?
I don't think
know.
so.
There's
No.
the Clippers. There's a guy named Kawhi
Uh,
and Paul George waiting.
for that one, that's to be determined.
There's
Yeah,
all
that's a
I cannot answer that question yet as of now because it's a wild west. That's what as Aaron was just talking about. There's still PG Kawhi. There's even the Lakers if you can still consider them. LeBron is still there,
there's
and
there's still a rising star
there's
in
I'd
Ja
say
Morant.
Westbrook is still there, bro.
there's still in Ja Morant. There's not to mention there's also a Minnesota
And
Timberwolves.
there's a Grand Theft
Who
Alvarado.
yep, and
In
there's
the West, anyone could come out in the West.
Yeah, in
and
the
he could
I
West.
come out in
the
the
Dallas
West.
Mavericks. We didn't
And
even know that the Dallas would make it this
Yo, we
far.
didn't even know Dallas would go out, bro. Dallas looked good today.
you didn't even know. Yeah. We didn't even talk about them when we had the playoff the contenders video.
We had
We chose
we
we
chose
had
Warriors.
talk
Everybody chose Warriors.
Everybody was ready to choose the Warriors.
yes.
I know. What do you call this? What's their
The
last name?
Suns.
The
Suns.
Suns.
The
The
Suns.
Suns. Everybody chose
Suns.
the
Yeah,
Suns.
everybody chose to. Except for Draymond Green.
Yeah.
He chose War Mavs in his Draymond Green show.
Yeah.
Only
I don't know if
Draymond
you
Green
watch it. I
say
don't know
something.
if you watch any of his videos, but I watched some of it, not all of it.
Yeah, I know his podcast also.
Draymond Green
Yeah.
show, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched some of his videos.
But Mon, as a like Suns fan, what should you do with the DeAndre Ayton situation? Because he's a free agent this season.
Pay him. I pay him. Give him the money.
You'd pay him. You're not like
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Max is like I don't know
because he wants a
I don't know if it's
max.
the max.
He wants a max.
Michael Bridges was a 90 was contract was just $90 million. That's a lot.
A lot
Um,
of teams will try to pay for Ayton. You've got like
I would pay for him. Yeah, I would do that.
even if you're like not
Well,
quite like the Suns.
yeah, I would pay that. I would pay him that money. That's a partner of Devin Booker. That's gonna be the running mate of Devin Booker running forward, and the big three is actually Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, and DeAndre Ayton to build around. Chris Paul is just there to help, just like Kevin Durant was with the Warriors of Steph, Clay, and Jay. And
Yeah. Ikaw Ron,
see, Chris Paul is just there to support them. Yeah, oh.
Would you pay
But
for Ayton?
yeah, to be honest, because Aiton is not a all-star player, but he's still a reliable center that the Phoenix Suns need in winning because Chris Paul loves his big man. Every part of his career in Chris Paul since he was younger and when he always
Pause.
had Hall of Fame or
Tyson
all
Chandler from
yeah,
DeAndre
Tyson Chandler,
Jordan to
David West,
Clint Capella
yeah.
to
The
even
only
Steven
one
Adams for 1 year.
Yeah, Steven Adams. You, either way, Chris Paul needs his big man to set the screens, to run the pick and roll, because that's what Chris Paul is known for. The mid-range pick and roll maestro. If you had a Hall of Fame badge, it would be Diamond, not just Hall of Fame anymore. Like That's automatic for first point.
Yeah, to
So yeah,
automatic.
keep Aiton because he can help the team win. He I don't know how much he's worth, but he is worth a lot. That is what I know. That's not the exact number. But yeah, keep Aiton because he's a reliable big man in this time. Especially that the big men are coming to a rise. That big man position is very important now in today's NBA.
Yeah, they're coming. They're back, especially with the Joker winning back-to-back MVPs and Joel Embiid rising. The
You
big man is back.
the big man is slowly coming back up because this year's draft
And
you've got Chet Holmgren, you've got Jalen Duran. In next season you've got like Victor Wembanyama in the draft, which is a 7-7 Rudy Gobert type with a 3-point shot. So that
Yeah.
will be scary in the next coming years because we got a lot of bigs. Speaking of bigs,
oh,
Dallas beat Suns with only small ball. So that will
not
be
really, because
yeah
the Dwight
small
Powell
ball.
was there.
Dwight Powell is there,
Not
but it's
really. Just
mostly Bertans and Kleba
yeah,
facing the floor for
yeah,
Luka. So that will be very
yeah.
interesting because that will be a great matchup against the Warriors. But like yeah,
How about the adjustment the Suns made for Game Five, but it didn't work for Game Six? Was that? I don't know if you noticed. Instead of actually using Cameron Payne off the bench, he lost his rotation minutes. And JaVale McGee, it was actually Shamit, Landry Shamit, and Bismack Biyombo who came off the bench for them. I don't know why it didn't work Game Six. It just the problem wasn't with the defensive on the defensive side. It was on the offense.
bro,
They couldn't
They
they
Luka,
couldn't
just
score.
got tired.
Luka just
Yeah, they
I,
got tired.
unstoppable. Luka is just unstoppable.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
really.
Like I said, the defense. It's Luca. Luca's just the the defensive side was not a problem because Luca's unstoppable. That's a problem, and they had to you know weather the storm on their offensive side, but the offense was just nothing.
it was
No energy.
isolation. That's it.
Yeah. You've got anything to say for the like Warriors and Grizzlies matchup that we had?
I do.
Hey, after you. I have some thoughts too, but you're the Warriors fan, so you after you.
Uh I called the Warriors game would be 5-6. I just didn't expect it to go that way of 5-6.
Did you
Uh,
expect them to get blown out by 36? Was it
I didn't
36?
expect them to get blown out by that game 5 game. Like holy
Without
shit!
Ja, bro. Without Ja.
Oh yeah. Uh, my take on that game, it was the definition of grit and grind. Like the Grizzlies really brought the culture of grit and grind to Memphis, and the Warriors really fought for their victories, except Game 6, because
Hey,
Game 6,
they made it around the fourth quarter. Before
yeah,
that, it
but
was a close game.
Game 6 Clay was different. He just held this
Game 6
finger
Clay was
and
different,
Yeah,
bro.
really,
Game six Clay.
He's
He's
still
alive. He's
there. He's
back.
still there. He's still
He's
there,
still
bro.
there.
yeah. But Game 1, we won by a hair. Like if not
One,
for Ja
one.
Morant's layup, we would have lost. And Ja Morant takes
They
those
lost.
layups
They really lost.
every.
The Warriors won that game by
No,
Klay
no, no. I'm
Thompson.
saying that if we would
Game
have
two,
lost, we would have lost. We would have lost Game 1.
they didn't. Oh, yeah, right, right,
Yeah, they won that
right.
game. We lost.
The
He
the
won.
Warriors would have lost Game 1 because Ja Morant takes those layup shots every single time since the moment he got to the NBA. It was just thanks to Klay Thompson's
Block.
defense. To be honest,
WNBA
fucking
defense.
Klay Thompson missed those
He missed.
fucking free throws
He missed
for
the free
no
throws.
fucking reason. You're an 80% free throw shooter and you missed. And then
He's a,
when the ball went out of bounds, jump ball. Hello, ref. Since when do you call jump ball? You were right there. You called jump ball. It was clearly out of the Memphis, so it was
they
supposed to
couldn't
be
challenge
Warriors
it.
ball.
That's the new rule. You couldn't the last 2 minutes. You need to challenge it. That's the new rule. There's no more automatic review.
I got
That's bullshit. Cause it you can see it in Jumbotron, you can see it in the TV reviews, you can watch it over and over again without even going for an official review. You cannot say,
Le-
oh, my bad, that was out Memphis. Like everybody knew that Memphis touched the ball last. It
Well,
was
that's the new rule.
well, whatever. It's still frustrating to see that. there was a little bit of referee mistakes in game one, which we won by the way, but still, but only by a hair, like one thread of hair. Game two was different. The Memphis Grizzlies brought energy to Memphis.
That was the Dylan Brooks and Gary Payton incident.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
was
was
bad. That was
that
bad.
was not
That was bad.
supposed to happen. In the post game interview, Dylan Brooks said, "What code? Like, bro, you know what code you broke. You
Yeah,
shouldn't hurt a player when it was clearly his free points and there was nothing to play defense for. Like, it was already Peyton's free point, and you just went to injure him. That was
that was bad.
bad.
Very bad.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
bad.
very very bad.
Good
Very
thing
bad.
Gary Payton didn't take it personal.
Yeah, Gary
Good,
Payton
good for
did
him.
it.
Yeah,
But every Warriors fans took it personal because we
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
Gary
because
Payton because he's
They
a
needed him. That's the thing. They needed
yeah
him
they need him.
because
They
they
need him now
some
to have
some
somebody to guard Luca.
yeah.
nah.
See,
Or
uh,
no,
uh,
there's a lot.
the point is, Gary Payton was a great defensive guard forward. I don't know what position he plays. There's no position in the Warriors anymore, but yeah, he was a great important person in the rotation who played defense, which that's how the Memphis Grizzlies took game two. Game three was a different story.
To
It
blow
was
up.
it's a blowout. The Grizzlies just were the white flag and get surrendered.
Jamoran got hurt that game.
Yeah, Jamorant,
I was
He hit
happy.
uh,
half court shot though.
yeah,
A few minutes ago.
that was shocking.
I was happy but a
And
bit
I
sad.
was.
Jordan Poole cap. I don't think that was a dirty play because he was clearly reaching for the ball, but momentum
No,
and
that's
Yeah,
mm,
basketball.
yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't
that
dirty
was
play.
not a dirty play. I don't know
Not at all.
why other people say it's a dirty play. It's not. It
It's
wasn't.
not. It's not.
Uh, four, 4 and 5 was a bit of
mid.
just
We
blowout.
already talked about game five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Game four was a close one though.
I
If
didn't.
it wasn't for Draymond Green on Jaren, Dylan Brooks was shooting bricks that game.
Yeah, good thing Dylan Brooks got karma for injuring Gary Payton.
He can't
I don't like you,
shoot.
Dylan. Mans can't shoot.
Uh,
And
he
game
that's the word. That's hey. I don't. No one talks about his shooting form. Though. I don't like the way he shoots.
he should.
His follow through is just one hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like it's a
he makes it.
follow through.
So he
He
makes
makes
it.
some of them. So yeah.
Then game
Uh,
six.
Game six is just game six Clay.
Game six
Because
Clay. So it was
there's
close until the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter they made a run. Steph Curry was making shots. Clay Thompson obviously was making shots.
yeah, everybody. It was a game of runs. When I heard a commentator, it was a game of runs. Literally every single
It was
time
all
the
runs.
Grizzlies would score with 12 nothing run, the Warriors would hit their own 12-0 nothing run. So definition, game six was a definition of game of runs. The Grizzlies couldn't just handle the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green trio of offense. Jordan Poole was
Dylan
very
Brooks made another flagrant foul there that
yeah,
game though.
Jordan Brooks made a freaking foul. But Jordan Poole was very quiet game four, game five, game six. I don't know what happened to Jordan Poole. Was the hype too much? I don't know.
We
He
will
better
see that.
bounce back.
We will see that next
See that
series.
He has to bounce
next
back.
series Euro against Dallas.
Yeah.
That's all my take for
Yeah.
Warriors and Grizzlies. But it was a great match except game
Wait,
five. That's all.
I already said my thoughts when I just talked about Gary Payton. I already talked about the blowout
Yeah.
and the foul trouble. I didn't talk about the foul trouble though. It's still been a problem so far. Like, as I talked about in the last video, it's still ongoing. That a lot of players are going. A lot of games have usually have someone who goes into foul trouble. It hasn't changed.
Oh yeah, shit. Shout out to Kevin Looney. He turned into Shaq.
He turned into
Hakeem
Dennis Rodman,
Dennis
not
Rodman.
Dennis
Dennis
Rodman.
Rodman.
Dennis
20
Yeah, he turned into
rebounds,
Dennis
bro.
only
Rodman.
4 points.
Adams couldn't
Yeah, who needs
rebound. Jackson couldn't
rebound?
rebound,
Like
bro.
that was big for game six. Like that was what we needed, extra possessions.
He said he took
So
it personally.
yeah, he took a percent.
In the Memphis
Ever
So
since
side, like, I'm happy but also sad because like we didn't get the full version of Desmond Bain. Because Desmond was injured,
yeah,
back injury. Was it back or
Dylan
shoulder?
Brooks bounced back in game six, but
Then
it's too late.
yeah, then like Jaw situation, Jaw got injured. But I'm just happy that they showed up. They they showed to people who don't watch regular season games that they can win without Ja. And I just hope that next year they will become better. They will resign Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is their number one priority to
Tyus
resign.
Jones, he
Yeah,
was one of the most important players there.
yeah, he was one of the most important players there.
Yeah,
And all I hope is that this offseason, Dylan Brooks needs to practice on that jumper because while watching the games, even though in the regular season, you already know if Ja ain't playing, it will be Desmond and Dylan Brooks carrying that one, especially with
Jaren. How
Jaren,
about Jaren?
also Jaren. So like without Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bain playing good, it will all go to Jaren, and sometimes Jaren is having a hard time. So like it's tough to watch, but good thing D-Melt played some good minutes. Tyus
Melton. Yeah.
Jones did some good minutes. And like Steven Adams,
Zaire Williams.
Zaire
Zaire
Williams as
Williams
well.
was good too.
I understand the Steven Adams situation. I don't know if they're going to try and trade for Steven Adams like what they did with Valanciunas. I don't know yet. Because like if you watch the Grizzlies, their small balls are good as well. So like I don't know what they will do. But yeah, I'm just happy and just sad because it's their first time, second time. So like
Second, they
second
lost
time.
last year.
So they have experience every year and become better every year. And I'm happy for their future. I'm happy for
Yeah.
their future.
Yep. Speaking of their future, these four players are gonna be significant. They should be untouchable. That's Ja Morant obviously and Jaren Jackson,
Desmond.
Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bain. Those four players are untouchable. They are not going anywhere unless 5 years and it's not working
But
out.
but the
Someone has
difference
to go.
is Memphis have every asset to try to pull off a big trade to get someone better. They can go
Right.
like
So those
they can go and
the
get
four players.
Jalen Brown. They can get like Bradley Beal. Maybe they have the assets to pull it off. So
Like I said, those four players that I mentioned
now
are should be
now
untouchable.
we can trade Dylan Brooks. We can trade Dylan
Maybe
Brooks,
Dylan Brooks, but
but
Desmond,
Desmond
Ja and Jaren are untouchable for sure.
and Desmond. So like yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the East. You got thoughts
Um,
for the Miami and
which one?
Sixers? I go first because I'm like a Sixers fan.
Uh, I got
Okay,
three.
it's alright. I'm happy they lost. I didn't trust them. It's alright. Embiid, alright. You okay? But you're hurt, so I don't know.
He
Harden, you're passive very much. So like you're not that good.
two only attempted
Two, two,
two
yeah,
times
two
in the
shots.
game six.
I didn't watch the last game because I went somewhere, so I didn't watch the last game. I only got the results, but I already know who would won that game. So like it's tough, bro. Sixers and the Sixers situation though, if they would try to get if they would sign Harden, I don't know if you will try to sign him for a max.
He might opt in. He might opt
He might
in if
opt
he opts
in.
into the contract.
He might opt
If
in.
he opts out, that's a
That's
question. So
that's for 1 year.
that's a lot of money. That's $47 million for one season.
Yeah,
I
I
think he
know.
should. I think he would want to opt into that. That's a lot of money, dude.
But if he would opt out, would we resign him? I don't know, because he wants a max, and it will be like around same amount, 47 for the when he's 37. I don't think he was worth that amount. So yeah, what do you think about the Harden deal though? Would you sign him
I don't
though?
know if he opts out. I think I don't know if a max is worth it, but I would sign him. But max, I don't know.
Gordon.
I wouldn't keep James Harden at all, to be honest. Uh, I don't. The Sixers need somebody else,
Yeah,
not James.
they already had someone else, but they just let him go. This was Jimmy Butler. They
Yeah,
chose to keep
Butler got mad
Tobias
though.
Harris.
Tobias Harris
Butler
over
over
me.
Harris over me, bro. That was tough, bro.
Even not to mention I think they paid Ben Simmons that year. That was the year they paid Ben Simmons a lot of money,
I'm just
which is terrible.
I'm just excited to watch Ben
Oh,
Simmons next year. So yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. If hey, there's actually talks he might not play for the Brooklyn Nets.
Like
He might get
They don't play basketball. They walk. No, no, no.
he was one of the players that made me become a Sixers fan. So like, that's why I'm Ben Simmons fan. So like, he's good. I wanna see
Are you
him
still
well.
play.
a Ben Simmons fan
He's
today?
terrible.
That he's moody.
Yeah,
It's like a Kyrie but worse.
yeah, I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it. I like Ben Simmons though. He's so good. He's
Wait,
OP.
that's he's not
He's
he.
he's OP in 2K.
Well, practice Ben Simmons is the best ever. He saw we watched those videos for the past 3 years of him in practice. Who shoots 3 pointers, doesn't miss, but on the game he doesn't even dunk over Trae Young.
Yeah, he's alright. It's
He
just
was
Ben Simmons things, bro.
Oh,
Passive.
another about the Heat Sixer series is, oh man, Danny Green was. I just hope the best for him.
Ah,
He got
yeah,
hurt.
he
I
got
think
injured. He got injured.
I I just hope I just hope the best for him as he's you know he's recovering from that injury. We don't want to see anyone get hurt in this league. And yeah,
Yeah,
with Danny Green out, I think they should sign another 3 and D player, and who would come off the bench from Matisse Thybulle.
Matisse is bad in the offense, bro. Don't like Matisse in offense, but he's alright. But there's a series also that was determined by injury, and that was the Boston Milwaukee deal. Wants to say your thoughts
It
on that
didn't
one?
have the didn't didn't happen the what didn't happen was the Bucks didn't win game 6.
Mm.
In game
The,
6 it
do you think the Middleton impact or effect was like a factor in the
yes,
series?
of
most
course it
likely.
was huge impact.
Like Giannis could drop 1 million points and still lose. Like
In game 6 I want to talk about something about game 6. Giannis was the only one scoring and Drew Holiday was the fourth quarter. It was actually that was when they missed Chris Middleton. That fourth quarter in game 6. Jason Tatum was on fire, hotter than fish grease, as Mark Jones would like to talk about that. Um, yeah. The second player who was making shots wasn't Drew Holiday, wasn't Bobby Portis. It was Pat Connaughton, as it was in the finals last year. Sometimes it was Pat Connaughton was their second best player, and it was in game 6. But they weren't feeding him the ball,
Nah, I don't know, man.
and they he knocked on that reverse shot that I don't know. It was contested reverse shot. He made it. He was knocking down 3 point shots. They weren't feeding him the ball. It was all Giannis.
I mean, understandably,
Yeah,
it should go.
Yeah, Giannis.
cause like
Yeah,
if
but at least there has to be someone else. It's usually Chris Middleton, but he's not there. Drew
yeah,
Holiday was kind of a no show,
This is
and
where the
on
shooting
offense
of
was Pat
Middleton
Connaughton.
is needed.
It was Pat Connaughton. Grayson Allen had nothing.
Allen had nothing
The
this
other
series, bro.
player, it was Pat Connaughton. I know he was a no show in game 7,
I think
but
Boston tried to lock Connaughton out so he couldn't get the ball. That's
yeah,
the
maybe that's what they did. But
that's the good
as I
defense
was
of
saying,
Boston.
he had a good game 6, but they just weren't feeding him the ball a lot. Giannis was like Shaq with a dribble and a jump shot, a
And
little bit of a
mid
jump shot
range fade away.
in the
He
mid range. Yeah,
was shooting mid range.
But
yeah.
in the series, one of the people who had a huge impact was Brook Lopez. Was so good. I love
Yeah.
him in that series,
So
bro.
also obviously Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. Another player who had an impact, especially in game 6, not a lot in game 7, was Derek White.
Very good, yeah.
Was good. Marcus Smart was as expected. Grayson Allen was nothing. And oh, how about this? And a player who struggled all series long. Games 1 to 6. Oh, I'll get it. Games 1 to 6 he struggled. Game 7 he was a huge factor. He was knocking down shots off the bench.
You got like
And that's
Grant
Peyton Prit.
Williams.
And that's Peyton Pritchard.
Pritchard.
I wanted to talk about Peyton Pritchard was good in game 7.
Pritchard was right,
He was good
bro.
all. He struggled all series long. But in game 7 he knocked down two back-to-back 3 pointers in the fourth quarter to seal the win.
He was helpful also today's game, but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough this series.
The Miami Heat played with too much energy. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. But the person who had a
To
huge impact in that series was Grant Williams, bro. You cannot talk about that
I
series
want
without Grant Williams, no. Grant
Grant Williams
Williams
and
is so
Peyton
good,
Pritchard.
bro. Yeah, he locked down Giannis, bro. He locked down Giannis.
I wouldn't say lockdown,
No, no,
because
not
No,
really
I
lockdown,
wouldn't say that.
lockdown. Because like Giannis is Giannis. Whatever
They made
happens,
him work.
yeah, he
Was
made him
the
work.
well, they made him work. It's not that he stopped him. Like when they said in the 2015 finals, Andre Iguodala was locking down LeBron James, but they didn't
top
stop
40.
LeBron. He was just making him work. That's what they were trying to say.
Yeah, they made him work. So like, shout out Grant Williams, bro. He looked like Larry Bird. No, not Larry Bird. I don't know. Someone who could shoot threes.
Kawhi Leonard.
No, he made
No.
seven, bro. No, he made seven. So like, yeah, Grant
Oh, he
Williams.
looked like
Grant Williams.
yeah, Larry Bird.
Yeah, but like, do you think that them not re-signing PJ Tucker was a bad decision after they lost the series?
I don't know. I think they were trying to resign him, but they could. He just chose to get out to go to Miami.
He had best friends there in Miami, and Miami is a city of shoes and women. How could you not?
Whatever
And
happens in Miami stays in Miami. So
Eh,
I so like yeah, I think so as well. But like it was bad. It was like well for me it was a bad decision that they couldn't resign Tucker because they needed
yeah,
someone else to defend.
they
So
the use he had in last year was to guard Kevin Durant. They could have used him to guard Jason Tatum, in which he is doing now
to be honest,
in
no
the
one could stop
series
Jason Tatum in this
with
playoff.
Miami.
yeah, Tatum's just good though. He has that signature shot in the wing.
Game
What
six,
is
game
Sidestep
six,
shot.
in game seven he had a foul trouble, so he didn't really contribute a lot in that second half. He did in the first half, but the third quarter he got into foul trouble, and yeah, game six was the Jason Tatum we loved all the time.
yeah, that was a good Tatum game.
Game three he played bad though. He only scored 10, I think, in the close game.
Sorry. I'm
He
just
dunked over Giannis though.
I'm just I'm just happy Robert Williams got to play good again and good quality time. So like I'm just happy. And now let's go on to our preview and predictions for the conference finals.
Which are we going?
Ex-
Who is going?
Extra
Let's go with the
S.
one that
What's first?
started yet. Let's
West
do
first.
the that
The
hasn't
series that
started.
hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the series that hasn't
Sure.
started yet. Let's go on first with the Warriors and the Dallas game. Who do you have here and why? Aaron first, because you're a Warriors fan.
I want to go first because I'm bitter, but yeah, after you.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Here's my quick. No, not quick. It's a thesis of how the Warriors could win this constructively.
Thesis.
Peace.
Yeah, yeah. So here's my theory of how the Warriors will win. They will win because Dallas Mavericks will forget somebody to rotate on. I've noticed that in Phoenix defense that whenever the ball handler is dribbling the ball in the
Double
uh
team.
Wing.
yeah, it's always a double team. It's always
It's
a
always
double
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 team.
team.
team Devin Booker. Yeah,
Yeah, double
that's why
team
he was
Devin Booker, double
playing
team
bad.
somebody who's holding the ball. In the Warriors system, if you double team one dude, somebody's running to cut, somebody's open for a three, which you cannot do that in when you're playing defense against the Warriors. So that's how the Warriors will win. It will be with somebody open. Now, so here is how the game will go out, and how, of course, Luka will drop 40, 50, 60, 81.
70.
I don't care.
100.
Uh, not
101.
yeah, but Draymond Green will do his best to stop. No, not stop. I don't think stop is a word when you're trying to guard Luka.
Make him
Slow,
work. Make him
make
work.
him
Slow him
work,
down, yeah.
slow him down. Make him make shots that he made, but are difficult to make. But we got other players for to play defense on that, because it's like they have a 1.5 dudes. Not no offense to the ball handlers, but that's how the Dallas Mavericks run their offense. It's
Luka
Luka
and
and the
Jalen
rest of the gang.
Brunson. I don't even
Nobody.
know who plays.
See?
Um,
Dorian Finney-Smith.
CJ. Ano nga ba daw si
yeah,
Clibo.
Finney Smith. Yeah, forgot about Tim. I don't know about Tim Hardaway Jr. Is there any update about him?
I don't know. I think he won't
He's
play.
not gonna come back because he hasn't come back since Game 7 of the
Since
Phoenix Suns.
no, he didn't even play.
Yeah,
All
see? That's
three.
the point.
The last
So,
time he played was
Regular
against.
season
I
na.
think it was the War.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
think the
sure.
last time he played was against the Warriors when he got hurt. It was the Warriors who are they're playing against now.
But it's
so
Kliba. It's Kliba,
Josh
Dorian
Green.
Finney-Smith,
It's Reggie
Josh Green,
Bullock.
Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock.
Never forget that
yeah,
guy.
shooters.
Don't
So
forget him.
So that's how the Warriors gonna win because they're gonna always leave somebody open, and the Warriors love to run half court the offense, like running around screens, doing a do with Jordan Poole and Steph Curry. It's a
Yeah, I
very
saw
fun
that.
thing.
They're dancing in the
Yeah,
under the ring and they hook their arms.
yeah. And then they spin around. That's how the Warriors will win this game. For how many games it will go to? 6. Because I trust
Four,
Luca will
four,
drop. Oh, you're
four.
going.
Right.
But the point is, I will hear that the Luca will really score a lot. Like hands down, you will not argue that Luca is not just a European guy. He is the guy in the NBA now. Um, Luca will drop something with 40 points or more. And that will be the reason why the Dallas Mavericks will win. So I'm going 6 games. I underestimated the Memphis Grizzlies. Remember I said that they would go 5 to 6 just for different reasons. Injuries, if Steph Curry was not here or somebody did not play
It
well.
was Gary Payton who got injured
Yeah.
and Otto Porter.
So here in Dallas, I'm gonna respect the that Luka can bring 2 games to win against the Warriors. Make it interesting. Kasi may pustahan ako kay JP, nagpustahan kami.
Well,
And
how
I
much do
want
you
to make sure I wanna win. No money
how what
close
no
because
money?
No money included.
betting is illegal in YouTube.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you say to him? What's the bet?
No
JP,
betting.
pustahan it.
No
No
betting.
Oh,
betting.
No betting. Illegal na
Just
YouTube.
just happiness. Just happiness.
Just happiness.
yes. I will not disclose anything further.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
JP, ano ka ni? Pildin mo mobs. That's all.
Yeah.
Come
Hey,
on. You said you're
I
bitter.
know. Yes, I know. I'm since the bitter is there. I wanted to go Warriors in four, and no games close. That's the bit. That's just the bitter of me. And yes,
What's
I'm
the
going Warriors in
realistic
four.
one? What's the
Like
realistic one?
just like huh?
What's your realistic take?
Yeah, realistic take.
The realistic is six. The Warriors in six. But because Luca is a tough matchup for anybody. Not It's a tough matchup for Mikhail Bridges. It was a tough matchup for Kawhi Leonard, as you saw in the previous 2 playoffs. If it's a tough matchup for Kawhi, that's a tough matchup for anybody. Like no one can even guard him. You cannot stop him. And yeah, the shooters need to show up for the Mavericks. That whether it's Dorian
Everybody
Finney-Smith,
actually, everybody there is a
everybody, everybody is a shooter except even Dwight Powell is. He just doesn't shoot it that much. He's like Giannis.
Giannis?
Um, yeah, no, in the 3 point. I mean, in the three
Dwight
point.
Powell
So
as Giannis?
in the 3 point show
Ah,
in
in
the
the
three
3 pointer.
pointer. Sorry, I mean, not. I'm not meaning like the Shaq. Dwight Powell's like Giannis in the 3 pointer. Like, I mean, he could shoot it, but he's not that good at it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Nah, everything Giannis, just a 3 pointer,
Alright.
and
it,
everybody else was a pain in the ass. That 3 point shooting, the Davis Bertans, the Dorian Finney-Smith, the Maxi Kleber. That was a pain in the ass in the Sun series, and yeah, of course, Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie need to continue helping Luca, and maybe they can take 2 games. Um, and for the Warriors, that's just a lot of firepower. I know it's not Kevin Durant, but they still have Jordan Poole there, who's gonna show up. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, um, Draymond Green, and I don't know if they're still gonna use Kevon Looney in this series.
rebounding will be a big issue,
After, yeah.
especially that it's a game of
And
shooters. The shooters are definitely gonna miss. So yeah, you're gonna
I
need
don't know
them.
if you noticed, but Jonathan Kuminga actually didn't play in Game Six versus the Grizzlies. Do you think he's still gonna
I
have a
don't
huge
want
role?
He's
Jonathan Kuminga
a
play this fucking playoff.
he's
Not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
His time is coming.
They're
How about
treating him like an Iguodala, which is not ready. He's not an Iguodala player yet for the
do you want
Warriors.
so you want Iguodala playing in the
No, I don't
huh?
want
no,
that
no,
old man.
no.
The
No, bro.
point is they're treating Kaminga like he's the next Iguodala whenever he plays, like dunk, layup, cut to the basket, or just take occasional
Shots.
your own ISO offense. But the point is he should not be playing this playoffs because he's too young to be playing. And I understand that you're trying to expose him to the playoffs, but we're in the conference finals. we're gonna make another dynasty, and I don't want Kaminga to be there. Like, I'm not saying I don't like Kaminga, but I don't want him to be playing because he'll just
Not
be a
yet.
yeah, not yet, not yet. That's the point. That's all.
So who's gonna be? Who are the three coming off the bench? It's usually an eight-man rotation in the playoffs. Who's gonna come off
Money
the
be a
bench?
least.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Bailey,
well, Jordan
Looney,
Poole
and
and
Poole.
one more.
Looney.
Assuming out. No,
I
oh, he
know.
doesn't come off the bench.
No, he's starting. I forgot his
He's
Andrew
name.
Wiggins.
starting, and
That's him.
no, you got the three coming off the bench: Bielitsa, Jordan Poole, and who's it? Without Otto Porter. I know that's Otto Porter if he's there, but who's gonna be that? Is it Damian Lee? He
Yeah,
had
it's
minutes against Game
genuinely
Six.
he's been playing in the previous play series. Yeah, he
Hey, he
was there.
played. He had minutes. So it's gonna be Damian Lee.
It's a game of shooters. This will be
Yeah,
somebody.
he shouldn't be playing bad like he sometimes does.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't want Damian Lee playing also because he's just no offense, Damian Lee. You were great last year, but this year you're just a garbage time player,
Ooh.
and I don't.
Ooh.
That's
That's not
that's
Damian
the,
Lee anymore.
that's the new role for Damian Lee because there are a lot of players now in the Warriors who can play. But when you see Damian Lee, you know it's garbage time already. You saw it in Memphis, you saw it here. You
Start of the
will see
seasons
it
though.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he lost his rotation minutes because he was playing bad.
yeah. So yeah, most definitely Kaminga will play. But as a fan, I don't want him to see it to play. But I'm not Steve Kerr.
Yeah, so decide, choose one, Kuminga or Damian Lee. Damian Lee.
Damian Lee.
Kaminga.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright.
I don't want both of them to play, but
So who you
kasi
gotta choose one since Otto Porter's out. That's supposed to be Otto Porter, but he's not there.
I'm choosing Kaminga because he's stronger and can dunk on somebody's head from time to time. And that's the sole reason why he's just bigger, stronger, faster. Diri's just a shooter. That's what we only know him for. No, I'm serious. That's what you only know
Yeah.
D Lee for. He's the guy who's Steph Curry's brother-in-law and shoots threes.
Uh, how I know him is he's Donovan Mitchell's college teammate.
See?
That's how I know him.
Bro. For
That's how
me,
you know.
in this series, I don't know how to pick this one because analytically, I would
That's
go
the worst.
for Warriors. Automatic. Analytically. But for me as a fan, and I'll put this here as a fan, I wanna watch Dallas, bro. I wanna watch Dallas go to the Finals, bro. I wanna watch Dallas go to the finals. Because I don't want like I understand Warriors because like Warriors so good, very good. But I want to see like this Luca play or this Luca star or the Luca superstar growing that we are seeing right now reach the finals at least once because we know that in the future once like our favorite players get older we get like Curry getting older, Kawhi getting older, LeBron getting older, CP3 getting older. Luca is going to take over that West and I want to see it like Luca having that 2007 LeBron run wherein he reached the
Up in the
finals
finals,
And get
and he
swept.
gets swept.
he just
Which is fine. Which is
which
fine.
is
Because
fine
if you reach the finals, that's very
because
good.
he reached the
Yeah.
finals and he was alone. Luca is alone and he proved that one and they proved that one when they traded for Zingis though. That was a good trade.
KP wait. How about this? Was KP the problem
AP was
in
like
the
the
series?
problem, I
Definitely, because
think.
they're
Was he?
He was like the
Oh,
problem,
okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
finals winner for a reason.
Yeah, that's why they traded him for like Spencer Dinwiddie. And like I don't
Was
know
really
his
good. Spencer
Bertan. That's why I want to see Luca reach the finals as a fan. As a fan, I want him to reach there. But like if we go like I'm excited to see Luka in the finals, especially with like Spencer Dinwiddie. We got like cause like if you go Warriors, it will be like everyone like whoever goes against the Eastern, whoever wins in the East, a lot will go choose the Warriors because they love Steph Curry.
Yes,
Yeah.
every titos in the world in the
Everybody
Philippines
loves
will always
Steph
will
Curry.
go to the
Everybody
Warriors.
knows.
The
Klay
young
Thompson, mahal namin sila. Sila
everybody
na
Steph
mananalo
Curry,
kasi siya lang ang kilala ko dyan. That's why I'm picking them.
that's
mga
why
non-basketball plans will go Steph Curry. Oh yes, magaling yan
Stephen
siya.
Curry.
that's why
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
goes
magaling yan.
Everybody goes for like Steph Curry and all the Warriors. That's why I want to see Luka being the one beating them and shocking everybody in this conference final. So I have Luka here. I have the West here. It will go like around
Uh,
6. But analytically, we talk about like mga like stats and numbers. I'll go Warriors in 6 as well. Because I
four.
think Luka will go
I,
6.
I want
Mine is
four.
still better.
But like as a fan,
I have four.
I have I
Four.
have Dallas in 6 as well. I wanna watch that. I want Luka to take over. I want Luka to take over, and it will be fun because like new shoes, Luka with the new shoes. So like
Luca is the
Luka,
next face of the NBA.
Luka might be the next face of the NBA. So like I just want to see that.
And there's a lot.
Even if he will get swept, he's alright. He's alright. This is Luka. So like
At least I dropped 40.
yeah, at least I dropped 40.
Hey, on Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at least everyone is going to watch Luka. That's the good
Game
thing.
six Clay is gonna show up this series if they get there.
Yeah, if they game 6, yeah.
If they get there, like I said, I have in 4 games.
You just
Warriors in four
bitter, bro.
games.
You just bitter, bro. So those are our predictions.
Oh wait, wait. Are we gonna talk about who's as you know, there's a new award this year, and
Ah,
that's the
yeah.
conference finals MVP. Are we gonna talk about? I'm not making any jokes until the finals.
Who's
Wait, there's what award? I don't know what that is.
There
What
is
is
a
that?
award as Magic Johnson Conference Finals MVP.
You know, there's a finals MVP, right?
Ah,
Hmm.
And this time there's an Eastern Conference Finals, which is this time we're talking the
Makes
West.
sense because there's a
It's the
conference finals championship as well,
yeah.
which is
MVP. Now there's gonna be an MVP. That only happened in baseball for the and now it's happening in basketball.
so. How does
So
this
are we gonna?
affect people's legacies?
That's the
A lot.
question because
That's the question. Yeah,
that's the only
LeBron would have
thing
had LeBron would have had 10 of those.
that's the only
If we're
thing
being honest,
that like I hated about that because like if you debate about someone about the NBA or about their legacies,
LeBron. I like
they
LeBron.
will always include that conference finals MVP. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The only thing
We're
that
not gonna
matters
talk
is
about
the
that.
ring. Is the ring.
We're not gonna.
So like I don't really count about it. But we will
Le-
who do you have as the conference finals MVP?
So
Steph
there's one
Curry.
for West, one for East.
Yeah, one for East.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
one. So
So
Steph
wait,
Curry.
when do you give this? Like after the
After
conference?
that, when they award the trophy, the conference finals trophy to the winner, they're also gonna give who's the MVP
Oh,
of
give it
this
to
series.
Iguodala. Okay.
Hey, Iguodala wanted. No, I'm not gonna make any jokes until the finals.
so who
But
do you have? Who do you have?
the point is,
I was Steph Curry.
this
Steph
this
Curry
this is
or
big
Klay Thompson.
other people's legacy. What if Luka wins? Then again. So Luka will be the best player of all time because he was in the conference finals every single time.
Wait, how about this? If this happened in the past. Like I said earlier, I think it's the third or second time I'm saying this in this video that LeBron would have had 10 of these by now.
That
Michael
would
Jordan would have the same number as well.
for me that wouldn't count if you talk about like what you call this like legacy because the only thing that
Yeah,
matters is the ring. Is the
that's
ring.
like rookie of the year. That's like rookie of the year, and yeah, Scottie Pippen just hasn't won a Finals MVP. So has Steph Curry,
Yeah.
and I don't think even not even the real Finals MVP is gonna have a legacy. It's gonna hurt the legacy. So
Because
What's the
yeah,
purpose of this?
the only thing that matters is the ring. How many rings you have, how many finals you have won, not conference finals, finals. That's the thing that
I think
matters.
the purpose of
yeah,
this
that
is
that's what matters, not the
to
MVP.
just show accolades because guys
Yeah,
like Damian Lillard has
yeah.
only like one rookie of the year and then zero everything. Yeah, I think that's just the purpose of that to show that hey, I won. I got these accolades too, guys. I'm just not some all-star guy. But anyway, moving on.
Uh,
You'll have Luca,
Steph
you'll have Steph
Steph
winning it.
Curry.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, or Klay Thompson. That's the. No. I'm not gonna go with
But
Jonathan
if it
Kuminga.
goes to
I'm
game
saving that for the
six,
finals. Like I said,
if it goes to game six, Klay
it's
Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
No
Jackson,
jokes till the finals.
Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, game 6. So, yeah, ako I have Luca eh. As a fan, I have Luca. As a analyst, I have Curry as well. So now let's go on to the game that happened today, which was the first game one of the Miami and Boston, which was I was very excited. Then
I was can you go first because I'm still deciding.
then
um,
I remembered that this game or this basketball sport that we love is a game of adjustments. So like, Boston was having a good time in the first half. Then halftime came in, Miami took over.
Jimmy Butler just
Jimmy Butler
Jimmy
and
Butler
Gabe Vincent took
became
over. PJ Tucker was a number one reason because he was injured in the first half. Then he came back from an ankle injury. He sprained, I think. Then
he came back.
he defended Tatum like Tatum didn't do anything. So like, yeah, this will be a fun matchup. This will be a
Yeah, I
fun
think it's
matchup. But y'all know, I got like what I said last episode. I got Boston winning the championship, so I'm going for Boston in seven. I trust
7.
Tatum.
All right.
I love this game to be 7 game series like the Milwaukee one. So like, because they are both defensive teams. I love this game wherein it's always defensive. So like,
Marcus Smart and Al Horford are out
yeah, they were out, but I think they would come back. It's like they would
at
come back.
some point.
If they
That's
wouldn't,
very to the West.
yeah, if they
Like
Huh?
wouldn't,
the West is offense and the East is all defense. You
ah,
feel me?
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So whoever
Yeah,
in
that's
the
right.
East, it will be just the definition of offense versus defense, like just like that.
That's true. But like, yeah, I also see Miami winning because the impact of this one will come into the depth. Who has the best bench? And Miami has the best bench. So
I mean,
like,
like the Duncan Robinson isn't even getting a lot of minutes.
because Max Strus is so good,
Max Strus,
Vic
also Victor Oladipo.
also Gabe
Right?
Vincent. So like, they're so good.
Also, who's the twin? The twin, Caleb Martin.
Caleb
Is it
Martin, they're
Caleb?
so
One
good.
of
Is it
them.
Yeah,
is it Caleb or
Caleb,
Cody?
Caleb.
Caleb.
Like they are so good defensively. Like I can see Miami winning. I can see Jimmy Butler taking over. But like, yeah, I can see also that. But I have Boston winning because I was very high with Boston, and I wanna see Tatum in there. I already see Jimmy in the finals, even though it's a bubble finals. I wanna see Tatum in the finals. Like I wanna see Tatum in the finals. I wanna see Brown in the finals. I wanna see Marcus Smart in the finals. Like I wanna see that team. Like I love their defense, all of that, and I know Jimmy Butler is going to have another game where he's going to score for 40. But I know Tatum's
He
going to
did.
come
He
back
already
for
scored
40.
40.
Yeah,
Mm.
another game that is a 40 again. So we will have two games in this series will be 40 plus points. And like their defense, yes, I love their defense. They're so good with the switch. Like and you can guard anybody.
Um,
If you're in the
Bam,
game,
good.
you can guard anybody. Like yeah, but the impact will be in the bench here. The bench. So like I have Boston, but I can also see Miami winning. I have this in Boston in seven. I trust Boston, bro. We all have.
All right. So my turn is that I haven't, like I said, I haven't decided yet. I haven't made a final decision on who's gonna win this. 'Cause, yeah, Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, whoever wins is good one. It's fine for me. Um, just since Jimmy Butler scored 40 points, he took over in the third quarter. He had two steals in that possessions and
Okay,
40
that was
points and
deep too. Yeah.
yep. So yeah, I think he's gonna have a LeBron, not LeBron. Um, something like a Kawhi Leonard, who you gotta talk about him as someone who steps up his game in the playoffs, just like Kawhi Leonard does, just like LeBron James does. He's gotta be in that conversation. I know he didn't show up last year's playoffs. I know they got swept, but he has to be there. When you talk about someone who brings up his game and br- steps up his game, playoff time. That I know you like to talk about Kawhi Leonard there. You gotta talk about Jimmy Butler too. 40 points. That doesn't happen in the regular season. That happens in the playoffs. Jimmy's was unstoppable earlier. For me it was last night. I watched that game last night, and also come to the others. Um, whether it's Max Strus, whether it's Tyler Hero, whether it's Gabe Vincent, whether it's It's even Duncan Robinson. I know he doesn't play a lot, but yeah. Also for the Boston, comes out who's gonna contribute from the others. Whether it's Grant Williams, is it Derek White, is it Peyton Pritchard, is it Robert Williams? But yeah, it comes down to depth. I think it's gonna go 7 games, and this is a tough one. I just don't know. As a fan, I want Celtics to win this, but analytically, it's gonna go to Miami. I just don't. I'm picking both of them for now because I haven't decided yet. Like just like hey, you pick both.
Yeah, I
You
know.
picked Warriors and Mavs earlier, so I'm gonna go the same way. As a fan, I want the Celtics to win, but analytically, I think it's gonna go to Miami in 7 games.
No, you're going
And
7.
7, yeah.
Aaron.
Jason Tatum has to show up sometime in this series. He did, but he has to score like, and so is Jalen Brown. That was nothing. The second half performance was not pathetic. Was low energy that third quarter. They just lost the third quarter though with 39-14. That's the
Yeah,
only reason. That's the reason why they lost the game.
they locked
If
down
it
the
wasn't for that
game.
third quarter, maybe they would have won.
Okay.
Go.
So my take on this is, if you look back on the Celtics, who they fought in these playoffs, it was the Hall of Famer Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, then it was Giannis. So we're the top 5 players of all time. No, in the current NBA, of course. Uh when you think I don't I really wanted to pick the Celtics to win because they've proven to me that they can adjust, they can play
They're not
defense.
making the playoffs.
Yeah, I was wrong. Like, go back to the first video of this year. I was so wrong for Celtics not making the playoffs.
This
But
is
it
so
looked like
wrong.
it. Yeah, that's my bad. So I really want to root for the Celtics in the playoffs because I really doubted them, and then they proven me wrong. But I'm going with Miami here because
How
even
many games?
though
7?
6,
Six. Okay.
it'll be a very very interesting game 6. Because for this small sample size that I've seen, where Jason Tatum went crazy, had 64% shooting percentage in the first half, then went in the second half, is a testament to how the Miami Heat can really play defense when needed to switch, to adjust. It's really shown. So for the way for the Celtics to counter that is to keep scoring and scoring and scoring. Somebody has to score and score. And in the Celtics lineup, they don't have those guys that keeps to score. Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, hands down, will do that because they are the guys. But when you name Peyton Pritchard, will you expect him to do it again? Oh, he did
Al
it in the
Horford. Al Horford. Maybe Marcus Smart. But they're out. Al Horford and Marcus Smart are gonna be
yeah.
huge
The point
losses.
the point is they do not have the guys to keep scoring and scoring because once Tatum and Brown sit down, it'll be the entire Miami Heat lineup, the 15-man lineup. Because 1 through 15, I bet you they will all play solid minutes. And I'm picking Miami to win in 6, but this game 6 will be the very, very close game 6 of the entire and conference. And I will see why we will all see why it will be the closest. But why I'm picking Miami. The depth alone, the defense to adjust to make the superstar of the Celtics, Jason Tatum, go like that in just the second half. That that's one hell of a team. And I'm picking Miami for sure to come out of the East. That's all.
If I'd pick Miami, I'd also go in six. That's what that. Because like if there are times wherein they are scoreless, they'll just get Tyler Hero off the bench, and once he gets a bucket,
Duncan Robinson. Get the fuck- Hey, you
You
that's
want
can
to
even
bet?
have
Hero.
Duncan Robinson there. Put
Yeah,
Duncan Robinson back in the rotation. Like, hey, the
no,
first game of the
he's bad.
huh?
He played
No,
bad.
the first game in the playoffs. The leading scorer was Duncan Robinson with 27. It was against the
Yeah,
Hawks.
but
Game
then
one. But it hasn't showed up ever since.
Hawks was different. But like, yeah, that's the impact of like Miami. Like once they are like scoreless or like they are in a like let's say 12-0 run, they're just going to get Taylor Hero. Then
Grab another guy from the bench.
make him score, or like Gabe Vincent if Kyle Lowry doesn't score, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, like they can score, then they can make Iran. Like that's how good Miami is, and that's their depth of Miami. So like if I will go with Miami, I'd have them also in six, but like I want to see Boston, so I have them in seven, and like yeah, I want to see that, and like their best defenders, which I think it should be like the next was like I think or believe that PJ Tucker or the next PJ Tucker is Grant Williams because the way they play, they have that corner threes. It's very like
Uh,
good
Toughness.
41% from 3 points, especially in that corner shot, 41%. And then they have the like call this the grit, the grind, like they will do everything to stop that player or like slowly make that player work. They have that in them, so I think that will be a good thing. Will be an interesting and like these are both teams who are good in making adjustments. Like they are so good. It's like it's still tough, but yeah, I have still the same. If I was Miami, I would pick in six, Boston in seven. So yeah, I'm just excited. Just like watch this game that is supposed to be close. Don't make it like a while ago. Game one, nah. Third
The third
quarter,
quarter was the difference was a huge difference earlier again. Like I said, it was the third quarter.
third quarter. But who do you have here as the conference finals MVP?
Jimmy, if they win.
Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler. Just
Yeah.
one of those two.
Tatum or Butler? Same. Tatum
Then
or Butler.
proceeds to then your 7 with proceeds to win it. It
Marriott 7, Marriott.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Haslim.
Chivin. This hey, I'm not gonna make Mikael Bridges jokes till the finals. Like I said.
Haslim. Haslim Udog. Best coach of the year, Haslim.
best best
Yeah, hey,
cheerleader.
hey, what if Udonis Haslem actually wins it?
Oh no, there you
What if
go.
what if the Miami
No.
Heat actually win this and Udonis Haslem is gonna win it?
So for me, as a fan, I want to watch Miami. Not Boston and
Boston
Celtics. Boston and Celtics. Boston and Dallas.
and Dallas.
Cause like if you like observed, every time Dallas is in the finals, their opponent is always Miami.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was thinking about that. If Miami wins, if Dallas wins again, it's gonna be Miami again, and that's part three. And this time it's not Dwayne Wade
But
and Dirk Nowitzki.
Bosh and LeBron.
but I also
No,
want
the first one wasn't.
but I also want to watch Miami versus Warriors. I also want to
They,
watch Warriors versus Celtics.
no matter what happens, it's a good matchup though.
Yeah, but
No matter who's gonna play, it's gonna
I
be a good.
I
It's
just
gonna be
hope
a good one.
I just hope that the finals won't reach a seven. I won't reach. Would reach 7 games. That's it. That's it.
Hey,
Then
the entire final series. Guess
3-1
what?
lead. Oh my goodness.
Guess what? During this
Joking, knock on wood. Wag naman. Don't do 3-1 lead.
time that that the finals is gonna go on, I'm not gonna watch it at nighttime. I'm gonna watch it at daytime. You know why? Because I'm
Why?
gonna be there.
Oh shit.
Yay!
Mongab's
Yay!
gonna be fucking back in Philippines.
Yeah. So
Just hoping I don't get COVID in the next 2 weeks.
nah, you won't. It's alright.
I'm not going anywhere though. I'm just gonna stay home.
It's alright.
I'm not going to the gym. I'm staying home for the next 2 weeks.
Manambok na kamon. So those are our thoughts on the our preview and predictions for both series and our thoughts about the previous series that happened. So y'all got any last words before we end this podcast episode?
Hmm. Davey, bantay lakas ako ah.
Order in
The Mavs are
Darkwing.
not gonna win this. Oh yeah, the Mavs are not gonna win a single game.
Bong. Bong. Oh yeah. Order in
I
Darkwing
already, I
218.
already,
Order
I,
Darkwing.
I
Let
already
that.
talked to him. Yeah, or Darkwing. I will in a few weeks.
Alright. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. And like wait for our next episode, which will be about the finals. So yeah, wait for another like one
There's
to
gonna be
2 weeks.
jokes of Mikael Bridges Finals MVP.
Not sure about that.
We
Yeah,
will see. You
we'll
win.
see.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins. Then we can create those jokes. Enjoy the video, leave a like and
Alright.
subscribe. I'm Onin. That's Aaron. That's Mongab. This is the Winning Bucket Podcast. We'll see you all soon. Peace.